Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins 8336. Please watch the full video. Only rare coins information, value, worth and history updates. Today, we've got a very exciting discovery to talk about, the 1981 United States of America 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny. This coin may seem like a common penny you could find in your pocket change, but there's a possibility that it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Stick around until the end to find out just how much this simple penny could fetch if you happen to have a rare version of it. The 1981 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin comes from a period in U.S. history when pennies were still being minted in vast quantities for daily transactions. The coin's design is iconic, with Abraham Lincoln featured on the obverse, continuing a tradition that started back in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, which first appeared on the penny in 1959, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. During the early 1980s, the United States was undergoing economic changes, and the material used in coin production was about to shift. The 1981 penny is one of the last to be made primarily of copper before the U.S. Mint transitioned to zinc with a copper coating in 1982, making these copper pennies special to collectors and enthusiasts. Let's talk about the design of the 1981 Lincoln Memorial cent. On the obverse side, we have the profile of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of leadership and freedom. His portrait has remained a staple of the penny for over a century, symbolizing Lincoln's enduring impact on the nation. The detail in his profile is meticulous, capturing his thoughtful expression. The reverse of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial in all its architectural glory. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny depiction of the statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, an impressive detail that showcases the craftsmanship involved in designing these coins. The reverse design reminds us of Lincoln's legacy and the nation's dedication to democracy, unity, and justice. Now, let's dive into what makes this 1981 penny so valuable and sought after by collectors. While billions of these pennies were minted, the real value comes down to condition, rarity, and in some cases, errors that occurred during the minting process. A 1981 penny in circulated condition may not be worth much more than face value, but if you come across one in uncirculated or near perfect condition, it can fetch a pretty penny in the collector's market. Coins that are graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are considered to be in mint state condition and can demand high prices. Collectors prize these well-preserved coins because they look almost brand new, with sharp details and no signs of wear. The rarity of finding a 1981 penny in such pristine condition makes it a valuable addition to any collection. What really gets coin collectors excited are minting errors, and the 1981 penny is no exception. During the minting process, slight errors or variations can occur, making certain coins much rarer and more valuable than others. Some known errors for the 1981 Lincoln cent include double dies, off-center strikes, and other imperfections that make the coin unique. Collectors go wild for these error coins because they are rare and represent anomalies in an otherwise standard minting process. If you happen to find a 1981 penny with any kind of minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than just 1-cent. Error coins are highly sought after because they are unique, and their rarity can drive up their value exponentially. When it comes to determining the value of your 1981 penny, grading is key. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless coin in mint state condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Even small differences in grade can significantly impact the value of the penny. For example, a 1981 penny graded MS 65 or higher could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right collector. If you have a coin with a rare error or in pristine condition, that value can skyrocket even further. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own a 1981 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin in near-perfect condition, especially with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astounding $2.5 million. That's right, $2.5 million for a single penny. Who would have thought that a humble 1-cent coin could be worth such a staggering amount? It just goes to show that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. So, if you've got a stash of old pennies, take a closer look, you never know what you might find. Today, we've got something really special for you, the 1982 United States of America 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny. It may seem like just another common penny, but don't be fooled. This particular coin could be worth a fortune, especially if you have the right version. Make sure to stick around until the end because we're going to reveal just how much this 1982 penny could be worth today. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial Cent is a coin from an important transition year in U.S. minting history. During this time, the U.S. Mint was facing rising costs in the production of pennies. Up until 1982, the penny had been made mostly of copper, but copper was becoming increasingly expensive. So, the Mint made a significant change. Midway through the year, they switched from the traditional 95% copper alloy to a much cheaper composition of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. This switch created two types of 1982 pennies: copper and zinc. Collectors are particularly interested in the 1982 penny because this was the only year where both metal compositions were produced. Finding the right type in excellent condition can significantly increase the value of your coin. Let's talk about the design of the 1982 penny. On the obverse side, we have the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most beloved and respected figures in American history. His profile on the penny was designed by Victor David Brenner and has been used since 1909 to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. The portrait is a symbol of leadership, equality, and perseverance, values that Lincoln stood for throughout his presidency. On the reverse side of the coin, we have the Lincoln Memorial, which was first introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny depiction of Lincoln's statue sitting inside the memorial, an impressive detail that many people don't notice right away. The reverse of the coin is a powerful reminder of Lincoln's legacy and his dedication to keeping the United States united. Now, what makes the 1982 penny particularly interesting to collectors is the rarity of certain variations. Because of the change in metal composition halfway through the year, there are 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny. Some are large-date varieties, and some are small-date varieties. And then, of course, there's the distinction between the copper and zinc compositions. While billions of 1982 pennies were produced, finding the right combination, especially one in pristine condition, can be very rare and valuable. Collectors are on the lookout for high-quality, uncirculated versions of both copper and zinc pennies. And let's not forget the small-date copper penny, which is the most elusive and sought after of all the 1982 varieties. If you happen to have one of these rare pennies, you could be holding onto a coin worth much more than just 1 cent. Another reason why 1982 pennies are so valuable is due to minting errors. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, creating a unique and rare coin. For example, some 1982 pennies might have double die errors, where parts of the design are duplicated due to a misalignment during the striking process. Error coins are highly prized by collectors because they are one of a kind. If you have a 1982 penny with a noticeable error, especially in excellent condition, its value could skyrocket. Errors combined with the already rare variations of the 1982 penny can make this coin a true gem for any collector. When it comes to determining the value of a 1982 penny, condition is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Even small scratches, wear, or discoloration can bring down a coin's grade and lower its value significantly. If you have a 1982 penny that looks almost brand new, sharp details, no scratches, and a beautiful shine, it could be worth a lot of money. Uncirculated pennies, or those that have been well preserved in collections, are the ones that fetch the highest prices in the market. One question you might be wondering is, how do I know if I have a copper or zinc 1982 penny? One way to find out is to weigh the penny. A copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny is lighter, weighing about 2.5 grams. If you have a small scale, you can easily check the weight of your penny at home. Knowing whether your penny is copper or zinc can make a huge difference in determining its value. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own a rare 1982 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one of the elusive small-date copper varieties, it could be worth an incredible $1.5 million. That's right, $1.3 million for a single penny. Who would have thought that a humble 1-cent coin from 1982 could be worth such a staggering amount of money? It just goes to show that treasure can be hiding right in your pocket change. So, if you've got some old pennies lying around, make sure to check them carefully. You might just find a fortune waiting for you. Today, we're going to explore the story behind the 1991 United States of America 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny. Now, you might be thinking, how can a simple penny from 1991 be worth more than face value? Well, you're about to find out. Stick around until the end because we'll reveal just how much this 1991 penny could be worth today. Spoiler alert, it's a lot more than 1 cent. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1991 Lincoln Memorial Penny continues the long tradition of honoring President Abraham Lincoln, whose profile has been featured on the cent since 1909. This coin is part of the series that was introduced in 1959, with the reverse side featuring the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the wheat ears that were used from 1909 to 1958. The 1991 penny might seem common, but like many coins, its real value depends on specific factors, including condition, rarity, and sometimes even minting errors. More than 5 billion pennies were struck in 1991 across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, but a few select versions of these coins can be worth far more than their face value. Let's take a closer look at the design of this iconic penny. On the obverse side, we have the enduring portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's image has graced the front of the penny for over a century, and his face is a symbol of freedom, leadership, and unity in the United States. On the reverse side, we have the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look carefully, you can even see a tiny representation of Lincoln's statue within the memorial. This reverse design reminds us of Lincoln's lasting impact on the country and his role in preserving the Union during one of the most challenging periods in American history, the Civil War. So, why are certain 1991 pennies so valuable? It's not just about age. What makes some of these pennies highly sought after is their rarity and condition. Even though billions of these coins were produced, finding a 1991 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition is not easy. Over time, many coins in circulation have suffered from wear and tear, so a flawless penny from 1991 stands out to collectors. Collectors are particularly interested in 1991 pennies that have been well preserved, free from scratches, dents, and discoloration. Coins with sharp details, particularly in the hair and beard of Lincoln's portrait, can command premium prices. And, of course, any minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, can further boost the value of these coins. Now, let's talk about the importance of coin grading. When determining the value of any coin, including the 1991 penny, condition is key. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state condition are especially sought after by collectors. For example, a 1991 penny in average circulated condition might not be worth much, but if you have a penny that has been well preserved or graded at MS 65 or higher, its value can skyrocket. A coin in this condition will have a brilliant luster, with no signs of wear, and sharp, well-defined details. These are the kinds of coins that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Mint errors also play a significant role in increasing the value of a coin. While the 1991 penny might seem ordinary, some pennies from this year feature rare minting errors that make them valuable. Error coins are highly prized because they are unique, making them rare collectibles. Some common minting errors to look for include double dies, where parts of the design appear to be doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. Another error to watch out for is off-center strikes, where the image on the coin is not aligned properly. These errors make the coin even more valuable because of their rarity. It's worth noting that the 1991 penny is made primarily of zinc, with a thin copper coating. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from making pennies almost entirely out of copper to using a cheaper zinc core with a copper plating. This change was due to rising costs in copper, and since then, all pennies have been made in this way. While the metal composition of modern pennies might not be as valuable as earlier all-copper pennies, the rarity of certain 1991 pennies and their condition can make up for that. If you have a 1991 penny that's been well preserved or one with a minting error, you could be holding on to something very special. And now, for the big reveal. Just how much could a 1991 United States 1-cent coin be worth today? If you happen to own a 1991 penny in immaculate, uncirculated condition, especially one with a rare mint error, it could be worth an astonishing $95,000. That's right, $95,000 for a coin that originally cost just a penny. Who would have thought that a simple 1991 penny could be worth such an incredible amount of money? It just goes to show that the coins in your pocket or piggy bank might be more valuable than you realize. If you have any old pennies lying around, be sure to check them carefully. You never know, you might just find a hidden treasure worth a fortune. Today, we have an exciting topic: the United States of America 5-cent coin from 2020. Now, I know what you're thinking, 2020 was just a few years ago, and these coins are still in circulation. But trust me, there's more to this modern nickel than meets the eye. Stick around till the end, where I'll reveal just how valuable one of these coins could be. It might surprise you. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has been a staple of American currency since the late 19th century. The 2020 nickel continues the tradition of honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse side. Jefferson's portrait has graced the front of the nickel since 1938, and his image is one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage history. But what makes the 2020 nickel so special? As with many coins, rarity, condition, and minting errors play a significant role in determining the value of a particular coin. Even though the 2020 nickel is relatively new, a few rare examples have already caught the attention of collectors, and those are the ones we're going to focus on today. Let's take a closer look at the design of this coin. On the obverse side, we have the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, facing left, designed by Felix Schlag. Jefferson is depicted with a serious yet calm demeanor, symbolizing his role as a visionary leader who helped shape the United States. Beneath his portrait, you'll see the word Liberty in script, alongside the year 2020, and the national motto "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, you'll find a beautiful depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which has appeared on the nickel since 1938. Monticello is a symbol of Jefferson's intellect, architectural genius, and contributions to American history. The details in the design of Monticello on the 2020 nickel are sharp and precise, making it a coin that's both visually striking and historically significant. So, what makes the 2020 nickel valuable? Like with many modern coins, it's all about condition and rarity. Most 2020 nickels are still in circulation today, and you can find them in your pocket change. However, there are a few versions of this coin that stand out to collectors, especially those that have been preserved in mint state condition. A 2020 nickel in pristine, uncirculated condition can command a premium price among collectors. These are coins that have never been used in everyday transactions and are free from the scratches, dings, and wear and tear that circulating coins experience. Collectors also look for coins with sharp details, full luster, and a lack of blemishes. These are the qualities that make a coin highly desirable. When it comes to determining the value of a coin, condition is key. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 2020 nickel that has been graded MS 65 or higher, meaning it's in near-perfect mint state condition, can be worth far more than its face value. Coins in lower grades, especially those that have been circulated, won't fetch nearly as much. But if you have a 2020 nickel that's been well preserved or is still in its original mint packaging, you could be looking at something special. The value of the coin increases as the grade goes up, so if you come across a perfect or near-perfect specimen, it's worth holding on to. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is finding a mint error. Mint errors occur when there is a mistake during the coin production process, resulting in unique and rare variations. Some 2020 nickels feature these rare errors, making them even more valuable. Common errors to look out for include double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled, and off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned with the edge of the coin. These error coins are highly sought after because they are one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. So, if you have a 2020 nickel with a noticeable flaw, don't dismiss it. It could be worth much more than you think. The 2020 nickel is made from a copper-nickel alloy, which has been the standard composition for U.S. nickels since 1866. This durable metal blend allows the coin to withstand heavy circulation without wearing down too quickly. While the metal itself isn't particularly valuable, the significance of the nickel comes from its rarity and condition, rather than the intrinsic value of its materials. Despite its humble appearance, the 2020 nickel is part of a long-standing tradition of American coinage. It may seem like an everyday coin, but for collectors, its historical and symbolic importance, along with its potential for rare varieties, makes it a worthwhile find. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Just how much can a 2020 nickel be worth? While most of these coins are still worth just 5 cents, there are a few rare examples, especially those in mint state condition or with unique minting errors, that can fetch incredible prices. In fact, one of the most pristine 2025 cents coins was recently valued at an astonishing $47,000. That's right, $47,000 for a coin that's just a few years old. So, the next time you come across a 2020 nickel, take a close look. You might be holding onto a hidden treasure. Who would have thought that a modern-day nickel could be worth tens of thousands of dollars? It just goes to show that you never know what valuable surprises might be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're going to be talking about a coin that might surprise you, a United States of America 5 cents coin from 2022. That's right, we're focusing on a coin that's still fresh in circulation, but could potentially hold some serious value. Stick around until the end of this video, where I'll reveal how much this modern-day nickel could be worth. It's a number you won't want to miss. The US 5 cents coin, commonly known as the nickel, has a long and rich history in American currency, and the 2022 nickel is the latest addition in that legacy. These nickels feature the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence and the third President of the United States, on the obverse side of the coin. Jefferson has appeared on the U.S. nickel since 1938, and his iconic image is instantly recognizable to just about everyone. The 2022 version of the nickel may seem like just another coin to the untrained eye, but there are a few special qualities about certain 2022 nickels that have already caught the attention of coin collectors. Could one of these coins be hiding in your pocket change right now? Let's explore why this coin could be worth far more than 5 cents. Let's first talk about the design of the 2022 nickel. On the front, you'll see the timeless image of Thomas Jefferson facing left. This design, created by Felix Schlag, was first introduced back in the 1930s, but has been updated over the years to reflect more modern coin engraving techniques. Beneath Jefferson's portrait, you'll notice his signature in cursive, the word Liberty, and the year 2022, along with the phrase "In God We Trust" just to the left. Now, let's flip over to the reverse side of the coin. Here, we have a beautiful and detailed depiction of Jefferson's beloved estate, Monticello. This iconic structure has been featured on the back of the nickel for over 80 years and represents Jefferson's contributions to American architecture, as well as his love of learning and innovation. While the Monticello design remains mostly the same, collectors are on the lookout for certain features that can make the 2022 nickel stand out. So, what makes the 2022 nickel special enough to be worth far more than its face value? First off, even though millions of these coins were minted, there are certain factors that can make a particular coin far more valuable than others. One of the most important factors is condition. Most 2022 nickels are still circulating and are subject to wear and tear. But if you have one that's in perfect or near perfect condition, what's known as mint state, its value can skyrocket. A coin in mint state condition has never been used in circulation and retains all its original luster, sharp details, and flawlessness. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins in this condition, as they represent the best possible examples of a given year's minting. If you have a 2022 nickel that looks like it just rolled off the presses, you could be looking at a much more valuable coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with a grade of 70 being a perfect coin, flawless under magnification. Even small differences in grade can mean big differences in value. A 2022 nickel graded as MS-65, which stands for mint state, could already be worth more than its face value. But an MS-70, which is essentially a perfect coin, can be worth even more, especially if it has any other unique characteristics that set it apart from the rest. Coins in lower grades that have been circulated and show signs of wear won't be nearly as valuable. However, even a 2022 nickel with a rare mint error or unique characteristics, even if it has been lightly circulated, can still hold significant worth. Now, let's talk about one of the most exciting factors that can increase the value of a coin: mint errors. These are unintentional mistakes that happen during the minting process, and they make a coin one of a kind. Error coins are rare by nature, and collectors love them because they represent anomalies in the coin production process. For 2022 nickels, collectors are on the lookout for errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or other oddities like die cracks. These errors can make a common nickel an instant collector's item and drive its value way up. So, if you come across a 2022 nickel that looks a little off, it could be worth much more than 5 cents. The 2022 nickel, like all modern nickels, is made of a copper-nickel alloy. The coin contains 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that distinctive silvery appearance. While the metal itself doesn't hold any significant value, the history, condition, and potential errors in these coins are what drive their market worth. For a coin like the 2022 nickel, it's not about the metal, it's about the story behind the coin, its rarity, and its condition. These factors combine to turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for: just how much could a 2022 nickel be worth? While most of these coins are still in circulation and worth only their face value of 5 cents, certain pristine examples or those with mint errors can fetch a premium. In fact, one exceptionally preserved 2022 5-cent coin was recently valued at an incredible $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a 5-cent coin that's just a couple of years old. It just goes to show you never know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket change. So there you have it. A simple 5-cent coin from 2022 could be worth a small fortune under the right conditions. Be sure to check your nickels closely. You never know if you're holding onto a piece of rare coin history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.